war, the Jewish state is preparing for a ballistic missile attack, one similar to the previous attacks by the regime. United Hatzalah, a crucial component in Israel's home front, is also preparing, conducting a missile drill just this past Tuesday to prepare for any scenario. ILTV's Devo Klein has more.
On Tuesday night, United Hatzalah volunteers gathered in Kochav Yaakov to conduct a massive ballistic missile drill as a potential war with the Islamic regime in Iran continues to grow. In addition, United Hatzalah announced earlier its readiness to respond to any situation that might arise from an Iranian attack.
Based on the request of the Ministry of Health of Israel, United Hatzalah are also fully prepared to deal with the situation in Iran.
This simulation aims to gear volunteers with necessary tools to face a missile attack from the Islamic Republic. An attack of this proportion had already claimed the lives of 31 Israelis during Operation Rising Lion in June 2025, prompting the Angels in Orange to collaborate with the IDF, Israel Police, and Israel Fire and Rescue Services on a coordinated response simulation drill. Drones and other tactical equipment were utilized, but also a crucial role in Tuesday's drill was the United Hatzalah Psychotrauma Unit, who last deployed to Sydney following the Hanukkah massacre in Bondi Beach and was on hand to respond to the mentally and emotionally distressed, helping to prevent long-term emotional damage and even trauma. The drill also involved a scenario of a coordinated terrorist infiltration, making sure that all bases were covered. By the conclusion of the drill, the simulated casualties had been treated and evacuated, the infiltration scenarios have been resolved, and command centers had helped detailed operational debriefings. The community quickly returned to routine, but the lessons drawn from the exercise remain immediate and sobering. In Israel, where the civilian front is inseparable from the battlefield, preparation is not theoretical, it's the difference between chaos and control when the unthinkable happens.
United Hatzalah are fully prepared. Our command center, our 1221 dispatch center, and all our volunteers all across Israel are ready to deal with this situation.
And turning now to Aliyah, immigration to Israel. The government has approved a major national plan to encourage mass immigration from Israel from Western countries as anti-Semitic incidents surged dramatically since October 7, 2023. The program offers financial incentives, housing support, and fast-tracked bureaucracy aimed at turning growing interest into actual immigration. ILTV's Devo Klein has the details.
Against the backdrop of a sharp and alarming rise in anti-Semitism across the West, Israel has greenlit a wide-ranging national plan to encourage large-scale Aliyah from countries including France, Britain, Canada, and Australia. The news comes as official data shows anti-Semitic incidents skyrocketing, up more than 500% in Canada, 450% in Britain, 350% in France, and nearly 400% in Australia over the past 3 years. At the same time, applications for Aliyah have surged, but officials say too many potential immigrants are still getting stuck in bureaucracy or struggling with housing, employment, and absorption concerns. The new program seeks to remove those barriers. It includes fast-tracked visa approvals within 30 days and a full digital system for document transfers. Financially, the plan offers monthly absorption grants for the first year, up to 3,400 shekels for large families, or about $1,000 without a rental requirement. Additional housing assistance will follow, including enhanced rent support for those settling in the north, the south, and Judea and Samaria. The program also expands Hebrew studies, educational support for children, academic and professional guidance, and incentives for employers to hire new immigrants. Local authorities will receive extra funding if they agree to absorb larger numbers of newcomers. The overall budget is expected to reach hundreds of millions of shekels through 2029, with implementation led by Aliyah and Integration Minister Ophir Sofer and the Interministerial Task Force. Officials say the goal is clear: to turn today's fear and pressure on Jewish communities abroad into a historic opportunity to strengthen Israel demographically, both economically and socially, at a time of national and global challenge.
Amid growing reports of a possible U.S. military strike against the Islamic Republic, the IDF says it's closely monitoring developments, but stresses there's currently no change to the home front defense guidelines. IDF spokesperson Brigadier General Effie Defrin said the military is conducting ongoing situational assessments, with the Chief of Staff maintaining full oversight and ordering heightened defensive readiness across all units. Defrin emphasized that the IDF is prepared for any development and called on the public to rely only on official IDF statements, warning against the spread of rumors that could cause unnecessary concern. At this stage, he said there is no change to Homefront Command instructions. Israeli officials assess that U.S. action against the regime could lead to changes in regional security preparedness. But for now, the IDF says routine continues. Amid rising regional tensions, the UK has updated its travel advisory for Israel. The British government said it is advising against all but essential travel to Israel. The UK Foreign Office cited a heightened risk of regional escalation, warning that developments could lead to travel disruptions and other unexpected impacts. At the same time, the Lufthansa Group announced it is suspending all overnight flights to and from Israel. From tonight through Sunday, Lufthansa and its partner airlines, including Swiss, Austrian Airlines, Brussels Airlines, and Eurowings, will operate daytime flights only to Ben Gurion Airport. Well, a magnitude 4.2 earthquake struck southern Israel Thursday morning, with the epicenter located about 19 kilometers from Dimona. The tremor triggered automatic alerts in the Dead Sea region and was felt as far north as central Israel. Residents reported shaking in areas that included Mitzpe Shalem, Ein Bokek, Arad, Neot HaKikar, Rotem Industrial Zone, and Mitzada. Homefront Command said no injuries or damage have been reported, and authorities continue to monitor the situation. Israel remains vulnerable to earthquakes along the Dead Sea Transform fault line. There are mixed signals out of Washington as the United States and Iran appear to be moving ever closer to direct military confrontation over the Islamic regime's massacre of protesters. But amid speculation rising of an imminent U.S. attack on the Islamic Republic, President Trump says he's been told the killing of protesters in Iran has stopped, despite the facts reported on the ground directly contradict this. And the internet remains cut off. We have more from ILTV's Steve Leibowitz.